What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Infamous here, and here is Civilization 5. I told you guys in my little vlog game or video that I was going to do a Civilization 5 Let's Play until I get my new computer in about a month. I guarantee you this game's not going to take a month. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it. I've done some thinking, and I was going to be... Where is Washington? There we go. All land units have +1 site, 50% discount when purchasing tiles. So, let's go with the United States. I'm not going to do Pangea, I'm going to do Earth. And then I'm going to do huge map size. And let's go with Prince. And then, advanced setup. Let's see, should we have 12 civilizations? Yeah, why not? They're all going to be random. We're going to have random personalities on. Difficulty level. I already have it as Prince. Game pace, standard. Yeah, that's fine. Let's bring the city-states down to about 15. And let's start the game. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to be a warmongering.
Welcome, President Washington. You lead the industrious American civilization. Formed in the conflagration of revolution in the 18th century, within 100 years the young nation became embroiled in a terrible civil war that nearly tore the country apart. But it was just a few short years later, in the 20th century, that the United States reached the height of its power, emerging triumphant and mighty from the two terrible wars that destroyed so many other great nations. The United States is a nation of immigrants, filled with optimism and determination. They lack only a leader to help them fulfill their promise. President Washington, can you lead the American people to greatness? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
I think we could do that. Yeah, so I decided to be quiet so you guys can listen to that. For this game, I'm probably going to be playing in strategic mode. Just because my game will not lag at all, because as you can see, I'm getting solid 30 frames per second even if I'm freaking out right here. So let's go with my settler. We have wine resources, dye, and an ancient ruins, which I'm going to go over and get right now. And it looks like we upgraded our warrior to a spear unit. I'm thinking I'm going to settle right here. That way we can get the two wine and the dye. It'll give us 2 production and about it's going to give us quite a few gold. As you can see, we're making 7 gold per turn without even working on these tiles. So let's get going on a scout right away, and let's go for what should we go for? We need to go for something that's going to allow us to get those. Pastures. It's gonna give us camps. Let's go for calendar, because then we can get the plantations, and then we can get the wine and dyes. So, next turn. I absolutely love Civilization 5. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made. Yeah, so if we go into the world map, I'm going to be lagging a whole lot. I'm getting about 6 frames per second. Until I get my new computer, it's going to remain that way, so I'll probably just remain in strategic view. Okay, so there's a silk resource down south of Washington, D.C. Let's see if we can rename. Washington, D.C. There we go. So, we're gonna get a scout, and then we're gonna go around quickly and discover the territory around us. I'm thinking we are in the United States, because as you can see, there's a mountain range over here, and this could be either the Colorado River or the Mississippi. That, or we're farther west in the United States. Alright, so we have water tiles, deer down there. There's a marsh right there. Yeah. So we have 4 more turns until the scout's done. And then we'll set the scout to auto, and then he'll discover places around all by himself. So let's go this way. Alright, so it's kind of hard to tell on where we are. We don't have a whole lot of the map uncovered. One more turn. City states, barbarians, now we have a scout. You can go on by yourself. Alright, so we have a diamond resource up there and 2 bananas right here. And then we have jungle tiles and marsh right there. Alright, we found ancient ruins. That's good. Let's get going on a worker. And then once we... Actually, no, that's not good. Get going on a worker. Just change production. Let's get 1 more scout. Maybe even 2 more. Washington will grow, and then the production should go up. Let's get the yield icons going. Okay, so we have mainly food tiles and gold tiles. Not a whole lot of production, but that'll be okay. Thinking we will settle another city eventually, either right here or over here. So we increased the population of Washington by 1. That's good. Let's see. Okay, so we have a sugar resource and 2 more banana resources up there. Really up there. So 4 more turns for the newer.
Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, What makest thou?
Alright, so calendar is going to be our next thing. From calendar we can get the Stonehenge, which is going to increase our culture by 6. And then we'll be able to get social policies faster. We could go for the social, or the, culture victory, which I'm debating on what we're gonna do. I know I'm not gonna be a warmongering civilization. I'm gonna be a peaceful civilization that's going to always help out anybody in need and possibly even stop any wars from happening. But I'm sure with 12 civilizations, that's going to be kind of hard to do, especially with everybody having completely random personalities, so that's going to be really fun to deal with. So it looks like this whole place is all jungle. I'm going to send this other scout that we end up getting next turn down this way. Get a good look to our south. And we'll find the barbarian encampment, so we'll have a minor victory if we attack up with our spearmen. So next turn, our scout will be done. We'll send him down there. Ruins explored. We have found cultural artifacts. Okay, so we can adopt a social policy now. Just choose production. Granary. We've met a city-state. Okay, so their trade is militaristic. Personality, or hostile. So that's gonna be fun. Let's go over and attack the barbarian encampment. Next turn. Okay, let's see. We can adopt a social policy now. Alright, so there's more dye resources, and then a bunch of more mountains right there. Okay, so... Liberty. Free, great personal. Let's go for Liberty first. That way we can get the early expansion going. so we'll win that battle, don't worry. We're getting a granary going. Focus on that. Production, we'll get it done in 9 turns. The problem is our population is stagnant. Alright, let's wait a little bit before we do that. Before we start messing with, or personalizing what we want the city to focus on. So let's go up here. Nothing else really to do. Yeah, this first part's going to be relatively boring. We're going to be exploring what's around our territory, and then we'll expand possibly next episode. Okay, so it's starting to look like we're getting planes over here. Okay, so we took out the barbarian encampment. We got 25 gold and more experience for our spearmen. So I'm going to have these guys rest right there. That way they can heal up a little bit before we start sending them back out into the wild. So we found another barbarian encampment. Okay, group promoted. Let's go with drill. Fortify and heal yourself. Okay, so our borders expanded. So I like this area because it's providing us with a relatively good amount of gold. And as you can see, we gained another gold just by achieving this tile. And that seas are gold enriched. So that's going to be really, really good. Also keep in mind that this is a giant map. There's a reason why I had a giant map. I'm thinking this is Africa. I think we're in Africa, guys. Alright, just stay there and heal. So we have 5 happiness. 9 from difficulty level. 1.8 generated from the cities and 3 generated by the population. Alright, so we found another barbarian encampment. I'm gonna go over there with this. Let's explore some more. I really think that we're in Africa. Yeah, from the layout on the map right here, we're in Africa. I can already tell. So we got archery. I wish there was a way that we can get through the mountain path. Actually, no, there are. Okay, never mind. So there's a barbarian encampment up there, and I know there are barbarians around here. Oh, okay, never mind. Looks like we can't get through. Maybe down here is the only way. That or this whole place is closed off and we can't get through. Well, it looks like we have basically this entire continent to ourselves, which is going to be really good for expansion. So I'll put a city here. I'll put a city over here. I'll have a coastal city either here, or no, we'll have the city over here put down right there, or right here, probably right here. So that way we can get all this and we'll have a coastal city. So we're gonna have to focus on sailing here pretty soon. Calendar research is almost done, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I'm gonna set this guy on automated. Cancel last mission. Explore on your own. Okay, so in about 7 turns, our granary is gonna be done. And then there isn't really much else that we can do. Alright, so we found another ruins. It looks as if there's another continent right there. Or a small little landmass. Okay, so calendar's done. Let's go for writing. If we can get the Great Library, I will be a happy, happy person. Choose production. I think the Stonehenge is gonna help us in the long run, but that's 47 turns that we're gonna have to focus on that. Alright, so if we focus on production, let's go for 31, but our population is gonna be stagnant. Thinking after we get done with the granary, we'll go for a worker and then start working our tiles. 70 gold. Alright. That'll do. So, from what I can see, we are pretty much pushed onto the east side of Africa. So, that or I'm really, really badly mistaken. But I think it's Africa. Washington, D.C. has grown. And now I'm just going to have you guys all automated explore. See if you guys can really discover anything else that I couldn't do it manually. So with the Great Library, we'll end up getting 3 scientists. Okay, so we're second with the world's most well-fed people, which is good. Yeah, from the Great Library, we'll get +1 culture every turn, and then +3 science, which will help us a lot. And then with the Great Library, it also provides us with a free tech, so that'll be really, really cool. I'm not gonna get this right now. Tile improvement, yeah, we'll get this. It's going to increase the or decrease the amount of time it takes, and it gives us a free worker. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna build a worker. Just gonna leave it there. So, yeah, it'll decrease the amount of time it takes to improve tiles. As you can see, next turn, it'll pretty much be halfway done. If not, 1/3 of the way done. Yeah, so like I said, I'm happy just playing in strategic view. To be honest, strategic view is actually really, really cool. I like it a lot, but some people might not. But just remember, I'm on a very crappy PC right now. In this video, actually no, I already showed you guys my computer specs. Never mind. You guys can go back and look at that. If you guys really, really want to see my computer specs. I have done my research on the graphics card that I'm getting, and my graphics card is going to be the NVIDIA GTX 660. It's not going to be the TI, and I don't think I'm going to overclock it or anything like that, if you can even overclock graphics card. But I'm not going to overclock it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I've read reviews, and to be honest, the NVIDIA GTX just all by itself is perfectly fine. Okay, so we really don't have anything else to work on, so let's just work on a monument for right now. Where is this? Oh. Yeah, you need to get out of there. I might lose that scout. You need to get through there, but you can't. Yep, he's completely surrounded. We're gonna lose him. Oh, sorry about that. Next turn. Yeah, these turns are really flying by. Later on in the game, we'll have much more to do, because I'm sure we'll end up going to war with someone. Yeah, so we lost that scout. It's gonna save us on the unit maintenance, so. I do want to get an archer in the city. That or I can pull back my spearman. That's gonna take like 10 turns, but we need to do it. It's to defend the worker. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull this guy back. I'm gonna pull all of our troops back. We've pretty much discovered all that we can. Once we get better units, we'll go back for those barbarian encampments, get rid of those, and then hopefully we'll be able to pass through the mountain pass and discover the other side of what I think is Africa. Okay, next turn. It is currently 2760 BC. So we still have a long way to go before the birth of Christ. Next turn.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
Okay, so we got the library. I'm thinking we're gonna go for mining next. If we go for mining, we'll end up, it'll help us over here once we get our coastal city up. And another thing is we can get sailing, and then we can send a scout by sea and discover what's over here. So I can already see that this is going to be an extremely long game just because of the way the map is. I mean, it took us 33 turns just to discover this side of Africa. I think I'll go for about another 5-10-ish minutes, and then I'll call the episode then. I would want to... Okay, don't do that. Go for food. Okay, so if we go on Great Focus, we'll gain an extra 3 production. We'll lose 2 food, but we're still gaining population. We'll gain more gold, and I think we'll also... No, never mind, science doesn't change. So we'll be able to get the monument done in less than... or minus 1 turn... or from like the original. If we were focusing on food, it would have taken us 3 turns now. So let's get the plantation going. Once we get that up and running, we'll get like an extra gold or so. We'll get into our borders, fortify and heal. Get into our borders. Okay, so Washington has grown. Next turn. We really don't have anything else to do. This first part is extremely boring, but once we start discovering other civilizations, it'll be so much better. Alright, so if I work on an archer real quick. I've only met me in the city-state. Go on that. Change production to a great. Alright, so it's gonna take us 26 turns. Should I do it? I'm gonna buy this. We'll be stagnant. Let's go for the Great Library. I think we can do it. It's gonna take us 23 turns, but I think we can do it within this part or next part. Now, I know I could be building something else, but this library is going to help us in the long run.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Alright, let's go for a different research. Now that we got that, let's go for animal husbandry, just to get that done and out of the way. Or, we can go for sailing. And that'll help us with our navy. If we go for the Great Lighthouse. National College. We'll go for philosophy a different time. We'll wait to do that. Stay on alert. Let's get that going. Alright, so now that we've returned, we can consolidate our borders. Make sure no barbarians get in. Okay, so he's attacking our scout. Get your feet, you get over there. You. Stop right there. Construct that mine. We'll get one more production, and then we'll lessen the time it'll take for us to get the Great Library, which right now it's 20 turns. We are gonna have to take care of those barbarian encampments. It's a stalemate. Oh jeez, they won. Alright, so we took care of them, but we did lose our spearmen, which is sad. Okay, so next turn. But we did get experience for our scout. Let's go for that. And have them sit on top of them. Next turn. 18 turns until the Great Library is complete. And there is one thing that I didn't really discuss with you guys with my vlog/news for my channel. Now that summer's coming up, I'll be able to upload consistently. I'm thinking I'm going to upload every other day from Monday. So I'll upload Monday, upload Wednesday, upload Friday, and upload Sunday. And then it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then so on and so forth. So you get roughly 3 to 4 episodes every week. An unmet civilization's gone into the classical area, which I'm right on the border. If I wanted to go for philosophy I could.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
Alright, so now that we have 3, it'll take us 14 turns. Okay, good. I'm still gonna have these guys sit on them and then fortify and heal. So let's go for something else. What else should we go for? Thinking we should go for... Could go for trapping, but I don't have any resources that really require that, so I'm gonna go for sailing right now. And then we'll see what happens after that. So as you can see, culture, we'll be able to adopt another social policy about next turn. Well, we will be able to next turn. Worker, chill ass over there. Scout, sit on him. There we go. Let's continue focusing on that. Now, it'll be a pain if someone else beats us to it, but it won't be the end of the world. We can still bounce back later on in the game. Okay, so, let's see. I'm not going to get another city just yet. Each city you find will increase the culture cost of policies by 33% less than normal. Also starts a golden age. We could use a golden age right now. For each city with its own connection to the capital and minus 5% unhappiness from population. Okay. We could go for tradition, but that's for culture. We could go for honor. Let's just focus on the Liberty Tree for right now. If we complete this tree, we'll be able to get a free great person of my choice. So let's go for, what's it called? Representation. Start our golden age, get some more gold per turn, get some more production, I think. Yeah, we're getting more production from that. Yeah, we're getting 10.8. So it'll only take us 9 turns now. Our scout's healing. Let's go next turn. Next turn. Like I said, nothing to really do early on in the game. Just get our basic foundations for our civilization down. so we're getting more food, we're getting more production. We're gonna go over there. Oh, we already, yeah, we're already. No, we need to do that. Fortify and heal. We get over there and start on that plantation next turn. Sailing will be done in about 4 turns. That's when I'll... People with the pointiest sticks. Alright, so we aren't really a military-based person. We only have 8, and 2 other people have 126. So someone's a warmongering piece of poop. Alright, let's get going on that. We're already getting 4 gold from this. We'll be done with the Great Library in about 6 turns. 3 turns for sailing. And this will lead to optics. And if we look down the tree, optics will give us... we'll need to go for optics. I think after we go for optics, we're gonna need to finish all of these. Because if we go for the wheel, we'll be able to get roads. If we go for masonry, we'll be able to go for clear marsh and so on and so forth. Yeah. Keep going. Okay, so 4 more civilizations have entered the classical area. So they're probably either going up or down one of the technological trees. They can either be going straight through the middle, up top, or just bottom. Because if they're in the classical era, they're not researching all of these. At least not right now. And once we get the Great Library, our science is going to shoot up, so that'll help us. Stay low. Oh no. Never mind, we're not going to get the Great Library.
He who commands the sea has command of everything.
Okay, so we got compensated for the loss of the Great Library. This will give us 1+ science for every 2 citizens inside of a city, so that'll pretty much gonna have to do. So that's a disappointment, but it's whatever. We're still early game, and like I said, we can still bounce back. So nothing too severe. So let's go about 2 more, or until we get the library. Yeah, we have a river right here. It's not really helping us move around. Okay, so next turn, let's wait for the library to be done, and then I'll call the episode right then and there. See what else happens within these 4 turns. Let's get going on the farm. The Great Lighthouse. Ooh, someone's already going down sailing. So someone's already got a jump on us. Okay, so our golden age has ended. That's been built somewhere else. So 2 more turns until this farm is complete. 1 more turn. And then the library will be done right after. That's done. Okay, so since we're not really focusing on any wonders right now, we're going to focus on a settler. And this time, it's not going to really help us focusing on food, so let's go over there, and alert. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Civilization 5, the American campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Just let me know if you guys think that we're somewhere else around the world. I think it's Africa. We're on the east side of Africa, about midway, maybe a little bit more south than midway, but I feel like we're in Africa. Just let me know in the comments section below where you guys think we are, and then yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode, and take care.